right, good morning, everyone. This is your girl Delilah HD, and we're here back with another episode of Roam Gaming. This is episode number 87, and of course, we're talking about the latest gaming news, and of course, Gears 5. And so, because of that, we have a special guest with us this morning, and that is Lady Fox Fire. Say hello, lady.
Hello, ladies.
What's
What's up,
going
everybody
on?
in the chat? Everybody listening later, welcome.
Yes, thank you for coming on. We do appreciate you being here, and we're gonna go ahead and start with intros, and I'll start with you since you're our guest.
What's up, everybody in the chat? Everybody listening. Oh yeah, so back doing podcasts again, and I'm so glad that this is the podcast I'm going to be chatting with everyone on, especially regarding Gears. So yeah, I'm looking forward to talking about the game with you, ladies, and which we've already started kind of behind the
Right.
scenes because it's that damn good. And then I'm looking forward to hearing the other topics and everything. Um, but yeah, let's
All right,
go.
so Gears is probably the only game you've been playing, right? That's about it.
At the minute, yes,
Yes, the
yes,
minute. Okay.
definitely.
All right. What about you, Lady Infamous? What you've been playing?
Hey everybody, it's me, Lady Infamous 405. It's chilly in here this morning. Welcome everyone. I have been playing Devil May Cry 5 and Rainbow Six Siege. Just those two in particular. I was getting ready for Gears. I was getting ready because there's a new round of games came out on Game Pass that I'm interested in playing. But some things restricted me from that. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, that's all I've been doing. Is when you work more, you play less. I got TwitchCon in like 18 days, so I'm trying to like get all those little pennies together.
I got you. Got priorities. I get it. All right. So, what about you, Miss Charisse? What you been playing? And second, you give your intro.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl CHAREECE here. What have I been playing? Actually, since I have 2 weeks worth of games since I was missing last week, I restarted Odyssey, and got back into that. I've been streaming that right now. I have been doing Devil May Cry also. I am loving that game, but I have no idea what the hell is going on. What else? Of course, Gears.
Of course.
And basically that's it. I've just been grinding at it because I've been playing Odyssey. Totally forgot what I was doing in the story, so I had to relearn the controls again, stop hating the game again.
This is for the DLC, right?
Yes, because they gave some of the DLC away free, and I always love free, so I was like, well, hell, if I'm download this, I at least got to give the game a try.
Right.
So I started over. And so far, I'm loving it, but I still don't think it has anything to do with Assassin's Creed. I don't see it. Maybe I see it at the end, but I'm hoping. But yeah, so that's what I've been playing.
All right, and last but definitely not least, Miss LBOOGIE. How you been? And intro and what you've been playing.
Good morning. I've been playing. I think I played a little Control since last time, and then Gears. I went to the Gears event on Wednesday out here in LA, and then played a little bit of it there. Tried to play a little bit of it the night of the release for Game Pass Ultimate, and then a bunch of it last night.
Yes. So I know a couple other games released this week. So anybody pick up 2K? I know you already mentioned Control.
Nerp.
No one's picking up 2K with that whole controversy
No.
with the.
No, I'm sticking to my live.
Yeah.
I'll wait till the next live come out. People been asking me to play 2K. I'm like, yo, I ain't about that life. That's like Call of Duty in basketball form. I can't do two
Right.
of them. I can't do two of them.
Right. All right, so I know that each one of us went through. I kind of want to switch these. Now we're going to focus on our guests here. I got a couple questions for you, Miss Lady Foxfire, and just so that the audience would kind of know who you are and kind of like what got you into gaming, things like that. So, what got you into gaming, and where did your inspiration come from in that regard?
Oh man. I didn't know there were gonna be questions. No kidding. I would say playing Sega Genesis with my brothers. That's what definitely got me into gaming, because before that I tried Atari and I tried SNES. No, the NES. And it was cool, and I was like, wow, what is this? You can interact with something on the TV, but I was too young to understand it. But once I got my hands on the Sega Genesis with my brothers, playing different games, I fell in love with gaming. So that's from there, it just grew the arcades to different consoles and everything like that.
So what route did you go? Did you go Sega, then PlayStation, then Nintendo? Like what path did you go? Because some people like they either go, like for me personally, I went early on like Nintendo, then I went PlayStation, then Xbox, and so on and so forth.
As the primary consoles?
Yes, primary console.
Sega,
Mhm.
then PlayStation, then Xbox.
Yeah.
And the whole time I've had Nintendo handhelds
Gotcha.
through my life.
Okay.
Yeah,
I bet.
definitely.
So out of your gaming history, what's your top 5 games of all time?
Whoa, hold up.
Oh, I was ready for that one.
No. That's scary. That's a scary, like, cause sometimes they change, but like, oof.
But you can also pick franchises. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, I would have to say, well, let's start since I was younger, so I'll go with Sonic, because Sonic the Hedgehog 2 changed my life.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then since then, well, obviously Gears of War series, Tomb Raider series,
Yeah.
Life is Strange series.
All right, that's 3.
No, that should be 4. That should be
That's
4.
4. Okay, 4.
Oh man, this is so tough because that last one though. Street Fighter, I guess. Yeah. There's so many good games.
Yeah, they are. So you don't have an ultimate, like, obviously Gears, but you don't have like an ultimate, like it's a game that's not so much a franchise, but just it has to be in the top. Like for me,
Oh
it would be
yeah,
Super
the
Metroid.
Sonic the Hedgehog too.
Oh, yeah,
That's always on the list. That game in particular.
Yeah, you said it changed your life, so I kind of want to dig a little bit there. So
Yeah, that's when I fell in love with gaming.
yeah.
That was the game that I was like, okay, I like the Sega. I Nintendo can be over there, and and also like that's the game that I fought my brothers for the controller.
Mhm.
That's the game that I was like, okay, from now on, I want to know what consoles are. I want to know what video games are. I want to know about all that stuff, you know?
Right. The whole
Yeah.
fascination with something
Yes.
moving on the screen, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
so how do you feel about the current state of the industry, like in regards to everything going digital, stuff like that? I know in a previous podcast with you were like all physical gaming, and then somewhere along the lines like you kind of switched a little bit. So do you want to elaborate on that a little bit? Like, how do you feel about the current state of the industry?
Oh, the industry is changing right now. It's like it's in a massive move, like rotation or something. Like it's gonna go somewhere new, somewhere different. But I like that it's not ultimately just changing right before our eyes. I like how there is a transition happening, and we can see it little by little. So that's good. Because now I'm half and half, I would say, digital and physical. I'm still collecting physical because I love my games and stuff
Yeah,
here.
you got a crazy
next to me.
collection, by the way. It's your collection. It's kind of dope.
Yeah, it's still growing. I just got my Gears Ultimate Edition yesterday, even though I have it on Game Pass. So why not both?
Right.
So it's just I'm being more like careful, not just buying anything. I'm buying my favorites.
Mhm.
So more of that, because I don't want to become like, oh shit, the games are gonna pile up and fall on me. I just want to make sure that I'm like, oh, have a nice collection. It's set up nicely. But I completely understand the whole digital shift. Before, I would only play like arcade games or indie games, digital, and that's it. But now I'm like, you know what? Why not have a little bit of both? Especially if you have a game share partner, especially if you have Game Pass. It's just
Right.
better. It's easier. It's faster. Especially at midnight release, or with this case when Gears came out at 9. Now, if everything worked out smoothly like it was supposed to, that would have been perfect with digital. Instead of going to the store and picking it up and all that. So yeah, I'm liking the way things are changing. I just don't want it to be within a blink of an eye. I like the whole process of the shifting little by little.
All right, it's cool. So we'll dig into Gears a little bit later, but I definitely want to ask the ladies about the conferences that we went to this past week. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with you. Who went first? I think it was LBOOGIE. You went to D23. You want to talk about D23 a little bit?
Sure. So like, it's funny because Disney, you expect, everything to be lovely and carefree and all that stuff. No, the people who go to those things are incredibly crazy. So like, I guess the first day they had like fights and stuff because
Fights?
yeah.
Wow.
because apparently they just like open the doors and like let everyone in, you know, regardless of what time you got there. So then everyone was like running. People were like running over kids and stuff. So then that's when, you know, people were like trying to fight because, you know, you're like trying to run over people's kids. Like I had a friend who has like a bunch of kids and he was like, he left his other kids at home and just brought, you know, the baby because it's in, you know, a stroller the second day. But I don't know. They have it every 2 years. And it still seems highly unorganized. But the things you see there are amazing. They're things that like
What is
no one else
the
gets
name
a chance
derived
to see.
from? Like, I'm curious. What is the name D23 derived from? What is it from?
So the 23 is like it's D for Disney, obviously. But I believe the 23 part has something to do with Walt. Like there's a club inside Disneyland. Have you ever heard of it? It's like an exclusive club, and you have to be a member. Like, and you can only be a member if a member invites you.
Oh wow.
Are
you a member?
And no, I'm not a member. I wish. They say people pay like dues, like $10,000 a year.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But that one's 33. So I don't know. Like, I'm thinking it came from something that he did, you know, was significant. I would have to look it up to be specific. But
I thought it was past like 23 years or something like that. Like it's gonna be a D20.
No, because Disney's been around. Disneyland has been around 60 years, over 60 years. They just had their 60th anniversary. Mickey himself has been around 90 years. I think it says that because Walt Disney arrived in California the summer of 1923.
I see.
So it's D23.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah. I just looked it up real quick.
I was like, dang, she knew that off the top? I was like...
Right, no. I looked it up real quick because, you know, I don't know. I'm, you know, if I don't know, I'm going to look it up. So, but yeah. So we come in, the second day was like the Saturday day. So it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We went Saturday just for the day. And, like, so they have all these people that volunteer to go to help out, you know, and they're basically the people who are only volunteering so that they could like be at the show, basically, right?
Yeah.
So they don't know anything, and you're like asking them questions, and they're just like, oh, go ask them over there. So a lot of stuff was like, that's annoying, right? But once we got in, we like knew to just pick somewhere immediately and get in that line for merchandise. So we ended up getting into the box lunch line. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them.
The box lunches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have like all kind of crazy stuff. I was able to get like a couple of pops. I got a limited edition Ursula, you know, my favorite villain. Pop. I got Goose the Cat from Captain Marvel. I got a Powerline jersey. Y'all know who Powerline is, right?
Yes.
I don't.
Okay, so Powerline is from the Goofy movie, Tevin Campbell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I got a jersey.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, right? I was like, I'm about to be stunting on them. Yeah.
I like that.
So, yeah, I got that. And they had like some freebies. So, like, we got this little Pixar ball. And, like, the lines are, like, crazy because, like, it's basically, like, a day-long line ride. And I have to say, like, I was, like, pretty impressed with my little lady because she, like, didn't have any huge meltdowns, you know? Yeah. But one of the highlights was probably our Haunted Mansion panel that we went to, where we got to learn about the gentleman who created the ride, who also created Pirates of the Caribbean. He's like a legend, you know, for Disney. And they like read basically an old script of how the ride was supposed to go, which was pretty cool. And then we did the Aladdin panel at night, and that was probably the best one. They brought out all of the Aladdins that have played Aladdin. So the guy who played Aladdin originally, the girl who played Jasmine originally, and then the guy who sung for Aladdin. And then of course they're singing the entire time. So, we're like being big geeks and singing. And then they brought out the guy who played him in the play, and the young guy who just played him in the movie. So he was there. So that was pretty cool. And they also brought out the choreographer who did it for the movie, and they like did the scene for Never Had a Friend Like Me. So it was pretty cool watching like a whole dance crew do that scene again. And you got to like learn a lot. Like those people were like only 15 years old, like when he did Aladdin. Like I didn't know that. That's crazy. And it's the guy from what's that show? Full House, the boyfriend.
Oh, really? Wow.
He played the voice of Aladdin, which I didn't know beforehand. Yeah, right. So, and then when you hear him talk, you're like, yes, that is that voice. But yeah, and they did that when they were 15 years old.
That's incredible. Just make you feel old, but
I know, right?
I like these fun facts I'm learning today.
Right.
I know, like that's what I loved about it, is that like you were able to like peek behind the curtain, like you're able to see stuff that nobody else gets to see. Like it really is the ultimate Disney fan experience. And then all the cosplay was like amazing. Like so many people take that shit super seriously. Like there were people walking around that looked like they could be at Disneyland right now as like park people, So yeah, I don't know, it was amazing. I spent like a gang of money. Bought a bunch of stuff.
Is it 1 day or is it over 2 days?
No, it's 3 days.
3 days.
So some people get all 3 days. And then like I wish that like information like was divvied out to the community easier or better, because like we found out, so you do reservation times online, right? Mm-hmm. So I was kind of upset because I didn't get the reservation times that I wanted. But then I found out at the end of the day that because I'm a Disney D23 Gold member, that I could have went and stood in any D23 Gold member line and we got to sit down first.
Wow.
Then they put the people in reservations. The only reason why they have reservations is because they're guaranteed seats, right? But everybody, they basically click in how many people they're going to let into the gold line. And then after the gold line gets in, then they allow the people who got reservations in. So like, it's something I'll know for next time. But yeah, because I really wanted to go see that panel with The Rock. I was upset I didn't get to see that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because they talked about he's going to do the Jungle Cruise with the girl who just played Mary Poppins.
So I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go ahead and pivot. And so CHAREECE, because we could talk about D23 all day.
Yeah,
CHAREECE went to Dragon Con. So you want to go ahead and talk about Dragon Con, CHAREECE, if you're there?
Yes, that was my very first Dragon Con, actually. I went for work purposes, actually, to volunteer and work. If y'all don't know, I am a librarian in my real life, and so the library has a booth at Dragon Con. So technically, I got in free. I just had to work for a couple hours, and it was awesome. I got into all the panels anywhere I wanted, and I got to skip lines. So sorry, LBOOGIE, I didn't have to wait in line for nothing. I saw the Supernatural panel. I got to see the very first Power Rangers. I saw the Blue Ranger, the Red Ranger, the second Yellow Ranger. And it was awesome. I fangirled so much.
That's awesome.
I did. I really did. I met the voice actress for did y'all ever watch Jim, the cartoon with the little rock star band and everything?
Mm-hmm.
What was it called?
Yes, I've met her.
Jim.
And got
Jim, okay.
Yeah, I met her and she personally autographed her pop for me.
Nice.
Took a picture with her. So it was a good time.
Girl, yeah, you were cheesing real hard on that picture.
Oh, I was. I ain't gonna lie, I was.
Nostalgia, yo.
And she started singing the song. She pulled it up on YouTube, and she started singing the song for me and my girl that was there with us.
Man.
That's cute.
Yeah. She was like, oh my god. I had a moment. I'm still having a moment.
She's like, I'm going all in.
She was. I think we was the first people in line to see her, and so she was like happy, and I was like, girl, yeah. We was there. Then I saw again the cosplay that but you was talking about it was excellent. These people, they put so much work into their costumes, and honestly, they were so happy that I had this. I like, can I take your picture? And they were so happy to
They
take
be so
pictures with you.
ecstatic about it. Yeah.
Yes,
Yes, that's what
They
I
do
loved is
ultimate
that they
pose.
were happy to take pictures. Like
yes, and they did
until the
not
end of the
mind.
day, and there was a couple of people who were like Instagram famous, so
Yeah.
they were like, "Oh, I'm not taking pictures anymore." I'm like, "All right, bitch.
Whoa.
Really?
That right there kills me. Like, okay, I understand.
You're
But,
like you're dressed up at a convention. People
your
are gonna
whole
want to
vi-
take pictures of you."
yes,
Right.
you need to go take your change clothes. But yeah, I didn't have that problem. A lot of people was happy to take pictures with us, and plus they came to us and asked for directions because again we're the librarians. Um, but it was good. I had fun. Hopefully, I can go again. I want to see if I can get my way into AWA that's coming up in October. Hopefully, I can get in that. But yes, and the money thing. Oh my God, I spent way too much money at the dealers market. That's I bought a whole bunch of Assassin's Creed stuff. I bought a whole bunch of gear stuff, more pops than I need to have bought.
So basically, we both spent a bunch of money,
Basically.
Yeah, like my family will be eating sandwiches for the next
right?
week.
A cup of
Um,
noodles.
yeah, honestly,
Noodles and noodles.
Noodles and noodles.
like I love y'all, but Mama had to get that cup. But yes,
Oh man.
that was Dragon Con.
Yes. And my personally, excuse me, like last weekend I went to PAX West, which was pretty fun. It was actually my second time going to PAX West. The first time I went, it was very early in the PAX life cycle, like early like mid 2000s, and they only had one PAX. It was only in Seattle. Wasn't like a PAX South, a PAX East, anything like that. It was only just PAX. So it was to my surprise when I went to PAX West that it was like gigantic, 50,000 people. It had discussion panels at multiple hotels. You had to walk between them just to kind of experience the entire thing. But it was very well organized, and that's what stood out to me the most was that it had a ton of people, but it was organized really good. And it's a very different vibe from E3. I know you ladies have been to E3, so if you ever come to PAX, just know that it's more discussion panels, more tabletop games. You have a lot of video games too, so it's just a very different vibe. A lot of cosplay, so I got to see some of that. Got to take some pictures and things like that. My husband and I got to enjoy some of the food, and it was real fun. One thing that I would say, like more Xbox related, would be that I got a chance to check out the Outer Worlds panel, which was pretty good. And they debuted one of the trailers that they had there, and that was pretty cool. Also got to check out like a couples that game, which was a nice panel where they just kind of talked about like how to when you have a family, how do you juggle their time, and how do you handle your kids and things like that when you like, say for instance, my husband and I want to play video games, like how to handle that tension and who does what, who cooks, and who. It was pretty cool panel because like these are things that my husband and I, outside of the kids, but these are things that my husband and I kind of struggle with because I don't. I mean, this is part of the reason why I don't play games with my husband because it's like, I feel like if he's playing, who's gonna take care of what, so on and so forth. And if I'm playing, you get it. But it was pretty fun. I mean, I enjoyed my time. I enjoy like meeting other people, other gamers, and also checking out some of the indie games they had there, which was really good. And a lot of these games are coming out within like next year, this year, next year. And I'll have to just kind of compile a list and put it on Twitter or something like that because I just can't name them all off from the top of my head. Right now, but it was a very fun time. It was a very nice. We're new to the city. It was very nice to kind of just walk downtown, and the weather was gorgeous, and so it was a lot of fun going to PAX. Excuse me.
Oh, also, I didn't know if you guys wanted me to talk about the Wednesday event for Gears.
Oh, that's right, you did. I forgot about that. So that's going to be great for our transition into Gears. So absolutely, go ahead and give us a quick overview of how that went down.
So they basically had a thing with Rockstar Energy. So they had like a huge Ford that was tricked out with, you know, all the gear stuff. And apparently they're going to be giving one away with the Rockstar
That a
cans and
TV?
stuff. Yeah, hold on a second.
Okay.
Man, I'm so jealous you went to that. I want to go to that.
Right. They always doing something in LA though. Always doing
Yeah.
something in LA.
It's not just
Always.
LA. They're doing it in other cities.
Like
Yeah,
which
I was
one?
gonna say,
Yeah,
They
who
doing
goes
here.
first? And who goes first?
But LA
Yeah,
is
true.
the poppin' city.
It's
Yeah,
always-
and I was gonna say that's the main one, but I know they've done something in New York before because I
Yeah.
almost went to that when I was like, or visit New York around that time, but I didn't make it. And then my friend Tim in Australia, he says that they've had something over there too.
Oh, see. Oh, man.
So far away from us.
Yeah. I feel like they don't hardly do anything like southeast. You know.
They don't. They hate
They
us
always
here.
do stuff like New York. If they're doing something on the east, it's New York.
They need to come over here to Miami Beach. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, what they? Well, okay, I
You
take
guys
that
are
back.
about to fall
Because,
into the ocean, so
I take that back because they did Halo Outposts in a lot of different easy to get to.
Oh
like,
yeah, in
cities.
Orlando. But
Yeah.
guess what? That was when Florida SuperCon, one of the biggest cons here, was happening.
Oh,
so I had already bought tickets. I was like, really? Y'all gonna do me like this?
Florida SuperCon. So what is Florida SuperCon? What is that?
It's a mixture of everything. So they have comics, cosplay, anime, sci-fi. It's just a mixture of everything, and
nice.
it gets bigger and bigger every year. So the tickets get a little bit more expensive. So they're trying to be like just regular Comic-Con.
I see.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, though. So
but
let's go ahead. You talking about the Gears event? Yeah. I know.
yeah. So they had like it's set up for you to play like the campaign, Horde, Escape. They had a signing, so I got a poster signed by the original cast, Coltrane,
Aww.
I'm jealous, man.
Gears Viking, what's his name that plays Marcus? Phoenix. Yep.
John DiMaggio. I met him in Florida SuperCon.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's pretty cool. He got
Yeah.
a tattoo too.
He's awesome.
Yeah, so it was all that drinks. They had like a special drink for Gears. It was this watermelon like vodka thing, and I had too many of them.
Yes.
Oh
Right.
my god!
And then they had like this barbecue place there that you could eat at, and they had these little like spray-on tattoos. So I got one of those since I didn't get in for
The actual ink thing.
right.
You would
Yeah,
have got
Gears.
actual ink, LBOOGIE?
Well, I would have, but then I found out later that it seemed like the people who got in for that were only like you get a choice of these things to put on you.
Oh wow.
So,
You couldn't decide. What you
yeah,
wanted?
so it seemed like the people who like worked there. So remember the guy that we talked to in the mixer booth at E3, black guy?
Yeah.
That worked at Gears. He got this full sleeve thing
Wow.
of like this skull with like the gear cog in the skull and everything, and it
Ooh.
was gorgeous. His hand was so swollen.
Oh,
But
yes,
because
especially
they
if you got
did
it
it
done at one
the entire time of the
Yeah.
event. So from 6 to 11.
And
was getting
that
that
guy
shit
we
done.
met, like he been with Gears since the beginning, since the very
Right.
first Gears. Yeah.
So one tattoo artist was just doing him the whole damn time. But yeah, it was pretty cool. You got to see other people. Coltrane is super nice guy, and he had everybody yelling out "Woo!"
Yeah.
the whole damn time.
Of course.
But yeah, it was awesome. I'm glad they do stuff like that. I got to I exchanged a controller with Fozzie because he had went to a couple of the other events during the week. So there was like an event at the Ape store. We went to that, and I got a Kate Diaz pop and a Boomer pop.
Nice.
Yeah, so he had won a controller there. So I had given him a headset that I won from something else. So he gave me the controller. So now I got a Gears controller.
Oh,
Look at the trading goodies and
Right.
I
swag.
know.
Look at
Yeah,
this.
that's how you do it.
Nice.
But yeah, so it was awesome. I'm glad they do stuff like that. I wish that they wouldn't do it though with what do you want to say, like investors and stuff, because then I feel like it's just like they're running around to talk to them, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's more business than it is.
Right.
Just,
Yeah,
Right.
it should be more like a fan
and then
fest.
like you don't even want to bother them because like they're trying to run around and do that, you know? Like
Ah,
so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
but I
still
guess they
great.
try to
I
kill
still
two birds with one
appreciate
stone.
everything.
Set up.
You said what?
They probably try to kill two birds with one stone. Set up a business
Right.
meeting at the same time
Which-
of doing that. So,
Yeah.
you know.
So
All right, so let's get into the topic of the day, which is Gears. Wow, I have to know where you ladies are in the campaign, and I'm gonna start with. Let's see. I guess I'll go first. So I started playing Gears when it dropped, and I mean, just immediately it was just beautiful, gorgeous, and I just it blew me away just as far as graphic fidelity, the color, the lighting, all that, the rays. It's just gorgeous, and I'm about, I would say, midway through Act 2, and I just can't wait to see what's going on more with the story. So where are you ladies at in the game?
I have not had an opportunity to touch Gears 5 yet.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Oh, girl, I feel
Right.
for you.
Yeah, she's trying. I don't know how she's doing it. I really don't. I don't. I'd have
Yeah, I
been.
know.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
she's
Yeah, I was crying on Thursday, and the game was not supposed to come out until yesterday.
right. So
But,
how far are you in the game?
I just finished Act 1 last night, and it was amazing. Just like you
Yeah.
said, it was beautiful, graphically, just amazing. Them God rays, though.
Got it.
The gunplay, the smoothness, the cinematic video. Oh my god, there's a lot of parts that I was like, I didn't think y'all were gonna get me in the heart like this right off the bat.
Right.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but like stuff happened in the beginning story wise that I was like, I'm so glad they
Yeah.
addressed this because I've been waiting for this as Gears 4 to know about this certain thing that happened, and now I'm like, oh, now I know what happened with that.
Right.
Really good right off the bat, so that I love that, and I can't wait. Like, I wanted to keep playing all night, but I was like, oh, hold up, it's like 5 a.m. I need to sleep because there's a podcast tomorrow. And the guys were falling asleep too, and they had to do stuff, and I was like, all right, we'll play another time. But this is amazing because we were just trying to get in there since Thursday, 9 o'clock. We were in party chat, clicking the button, let's
Yeah.
party up, let's co-op, let's go.
Right.
I wasn't even gonna touch the multiplayer because since Gears 1, I went from only campaign to then horde mode in 2 to then multiplayer and horde mode in 3 to then multiplayer mainly in 4 and then campaign and stuff like that afterwards. So I've become more of like all around,
Yeah.
but I love the multiplayer so much now than I did in the first game. In the first game I hated the multiplayer, believe it or not. And
Wow.
now I'm like, I want to know about the story again. I care about the story again. So that's the first thing I wanted to do.
Yeah, like I
Um,
really appreciate it with like in the beginning of Gears 5. This is not a spoiler, by the way. I know people's like, no spoilers. We get it. We're not gonna spoil the game. How they give you the intro to 4, like a recap of 4 of what
Yeah.
happened in Gears 4. I really appreciated
yeah,
that.
and they're like last week.
Right.
Last week. was-
Last week on
really?
Gears.
I was like, whoa.
Previously on Gears of War.
It was good
Yeah.
though. They was really well done. Nice
And then
recap.
if you go
That's
actually,
nice.
if you go back into the menus, they give you the complete history
Yeah,
of the
you can go back and
whole
watch all the
universe,
other,
Gears
yeah.
universe, like even
Right.
before the Gears 1. They tell you a little bit about that.
So
So
I
if you
should
got time, watch that video also.
should
Yeah,
I should
so
play,
you
I
should
should
just
listen
watch
to
that shit and come on.
watch it first
Yeah.
before I play the actual game.
Well, you're
Yeah.
gonna watch the intro, what happened in 4 anyway, before the game start, before Gears 5 start.
Right.
But yeah, they got the
but isn't-
history. Is in
Yeah, it's in the settings. It's called State of the Universe.
Yes, that's it right there. Watch
Oh.
that video and it gives you the like a rundown of the entire Gears thing
history.
in like
Yeah.
5 minutes.
That's not bad. I'm gonna do that first after I the recap. I'm gonna go there first before I play the game.
Right, because I think, lady,
5
like
minutes.
you're a Gears noob, right? Like you only
Yeah.
played 4, yeah. So
Yeah,
that's gonna be
that'd
nice.
be great for me because like I have played the that was the only thing. So I don't know the background of certain characters in the game because I know some dude wife died and everybody was sad.
Let's not talk about that. Let's not
I
Hey,
don't know.
that could be a spoiler for somebody.
But she didn't.
No, it
Well,
hurt my
this is the
heart.
preview.
She
Let's not
says
talk about that.
she says some dude. It's fine.
Right. Yeah.
Some dude.
I don't know his
Some dude.
name, but it was on a
That's fine.
previous Gears title, and people. There were some events that people got shook up about. I want to know.
Shit, girl, that was
yeah.
me. I was
Yeah.
shocked.
Oh, me too.
Oh
I was
my
shook too.
God.
I was shook.
I said some dude. I don't even know his name.
We don't talk about that.
Yes,
Oh,
I hope
see.
you liked the video, the recap, and the history. It's really awesome, and I can't wait to play Act 2. And I just started. I'm in the beginning, and I'm already like I'm loving it.
Girl. Look, I'm about to
Yeah.
hit you on DMs or
Wait
something.
until you start Act 2. You're gonna love
Yeah.
it even more.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So
But Act 2 is nice,
so
like visually.
go ahead, Boogie. So your first impressions and things like that. Bless you. Somebody
So-
bless you.
That's my daughter.
Oh,
Bless you.
So I'm Act 2, Chapter 4.
Oh, you right
And, like,
behind me. Yeah.
I don't know, like I said, I was up until like 1:30 playing, like I was falling asleep. I'm like, yo, I gotta go to bed. So obviously I went to sleep. But yeah, I don't know, like it's amazing. The detail, the lighting, the story so far, like I'm digging it. Like I don't know. I think some people they're like way too overcritical of the game. Like I don't know if people think that like them being that way overcritical means that they are like an expert at games. But I say just play the damn game
yeah, just play it.
and ride the ride. Like just ride the ride.
Yeah, because a lot of people are still waiting on the actual release date. Like people who are not getting Ultimate or don't want to,
Which is just it's stupid.
because it's like $2 right now. So just jump
It's
in.
$2.
Yeah.
Like just keep it for 2 months. Like what's wrong with you?
And you can play it today. Game
Oh
Pass.
yeah, I know a homie that never played Gears. He said he would get that $2 2 months. I was like, man, you better go get that, man.
Right.
Like
Like,
Gears
I
real
would,
quick.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's worth it, even if you like. Okay, I'm like Boogie said, 2 months. Boom. It's $2. Like you can't go wrong.
Yeah,
with that.
you already. and-
Yeah, if you tried that, and you're like, hey, it's not my cup of tea. Go
right.
switch to Sea of Thieves or something else that's in there.
That's right.
Crackdown, that's so fun.
State of Decay.
Forza, Halo, like there's other
I mean,
games,
even if you don't
to
wanna play
go
Xbox
for.
games, there's like
indies and
That's
stuff
another
that
game.
some
Yeah.
people never even heard of. You might find a hidden gem and you're like, whoa, I love this. That's how I found Life is Strange. I was like, what's this? Let me try it. And I fell in
Right.
love. So yeah, you never know. I like having that. Game Pass has a whole bunch of games, different styles, different genres, right? And like other companies are trying to do like, oh no, this is only for EA or this is only for like Ubisoft, and I'm like, that's nice, but like that's your type of game or that style. For the most part, I'd rather have different studios and different developers,
I will say there's one thing that I'm highly upset about is that my collectibles are all messed up. I'm real pissed because I was playing with Delilah and she could see that I had collected like all the
Oh,
collectibles
that's
in
right.
Act 1.
Oh no, it's bugged
and
out.
It's not showing them. It's showing now. Today it's showing more than yesterday, but it's still showing that I have nothing from Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and that I only have some of them from Chapter 3 and Chapter 4, which
Yep,
is
and-
awesome.
And I was thinking that, okay, maybe because she collect them all, that I was getting some of them. I only got like 2 out of the. She found all of them, and it didn't like she said, it didn't register for her. And when it showed on mine, because I'm thinking, cause when she said that, oh man, I don't have my collectibles, I looked on there and I only saw 2. And I'm like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
this is not. So the connection was crazy. I mean, in
Yeah,
regards to
because even in single player, the connection was going in and out. So they maybe today it might have you played this morning because it might be better.
So I
this
logged
morning.
on this morning because last night it only said I had 5, so I was highly upset. And then this morning, so now this morning it says I have 8, which is still incorrect. Like I found all those craps. Like I'm real upset.
and it's very like if once you play Gears 5, if you haven't, people in the chat, like it's very detailed in regards to how you locate those things. They're in like certain
Like, you
buildings,
gotta go in
certain
every
rooms.
room.
You gotta look at
Yes.
every
Yes.
nook and cranny to find all the
Yes.
collectibles.
And some
I love
rooms
that.
have more than one.
Right.
Just because you think you found one does not mean it cannot have something else in it. So
Right.
search
Oh my
everywhere.
goodness. I know I found out the
Um,
hard way when I was playing with Boogie.
Yeah, she was like, I didn't know that was in that room. I'm like, yeah, girl, I go in every room.
Yes,
I think that's
I
a
found 3 things in one
yes,
room before.
honey. Yes, yes. We will collect everything.
Mhm.
I love that because like Tomb Raider's like that. So I mean,
Yeah.
whenever other games do that, and I'm
Mhm.
just like, oh, I love this. I want to explore this room. Oh, look, I found
Right.
something. It was worth going in there instead of going to the objective. I just love little stuff like that, especially if you could read like a little blurb about it or something on the side. I
Yeah,
love
and
that.
what's cool is that like with the collectibles tell you a little bit about history or like what happened with that
Yeah, yeah.
particular item. It's so good. It's so good.
It is.
Yeah.
And I
Right. And
promise
like
you,
that's
and
where I learned to do that was Tomb Raider, to like go in every single room.
I promise you that it like Foxy, it gets better. So you're in for a treat. That's why I say I can't wait to hit you up on DMs once.
I'm
like,
loving it so far.
oh
I'm
my
looking forward
gosh.
to like the more open world areas, even if it's like, you know, semi-open. I'm looking forward to that because I want to see how it feels. Because as a Gears fan, as the fact that I've played all the Gears games, they've never been like that. It's always been linear, smaller corridors, buildings. So I want to see how that works and how I feel when I play something like that. Because I'm already enjoying the game the way it looks, the way it feels, and like character development, it's amazing.
Yeah. How do
And
y'all
like
how do you all feel
go
about the
ahead.
new control scheme? Because I know they changed it slightly.
Mhm.
So I mean, no
It took
spoilers, but
it took some time getting used to it because my sensitivity was all over the place. I had to work with that.
yeah, I had to tweak
Um,
mine down a little bit because it was just it's very fast.
I usually put mine up so there's no issue for me. I
Mhm.
always put the higher sensitivity in different games like COD or something like this. So I'm okay with the sensitivity, but the fact that they changed the way you chainsaw, I'm still not used to that, and it bothers me. It caused me a death in multiplayer when I was gonna come up on someone who was hiding and crouching. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm gonna chainsaw him. This is
Wrong
my first
button.
chainsaw of the game, and I knifed him instead. He turned around and killed me. I
Oh
was like,
man.
no, what the
So
hell?
then,
So
yeah, I had
I'm
a.
not
Oh,
used
go
to
ahead.
that.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just I'm not used to that. That's so weird that they changed the chainsaw. It's so weird to me.
So like I had a moment last night where like, you know, because like you said, the open world thing, and this isn't a spoiler, but you're like in this area doing a little exploration, and all of a sudden I get all the way to the back of this area, and there's one of those big ass things, you know, where it like has claws and it opens up its stomach and the things fly out.
crawlers.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like so you get all the way to the back and this fucker is back there like sleep and you wake it up.
Yeah.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, I was like, oh my god, these things hops out at you. I'm like, oh shit.
Mhm.
So yeah,
I
So
love the way
that-
they that's a cool point. That's definitely a cool
Yeah.
moment. But another cool point is I love the way they changed like the pacing a little bit. It's like you don't the monotony of it doesn't feel like previous Gears games with the monotony of okay, cover, shoot, cover, shoot. It's like they did a good job of balancing all of it. It's really good.
Yeah, and then they added the exploration more, and then
Right.
they added the stealth mechanic as well.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Jack. I love Jack.
Oh no.
And it's funny too because when Ant came in and played with Delilah and I last night, we were like, yo, you're gonna have to be Jack. And he was like, I'm cool being Jack. Jack is the business. And then
Right.
when you saw him playing, you were like, yo, Jack is the business. Like
That,
Yeah.
Yo, that's so funny to me because I was like, as soon as me and my friends were talking about playing co-op, I was like, well, I need a gun and I'm gonna be a regular character. And they were like, oh, okay. So one of them had to be Jack or Dave or whatever.
Right.
And as soon as they were playing as that, they loved it. And
Yeah.
then somebody else on Twitter said they loved it. And then my
Yeah.
friends like, they swapped. And then my other friend was Jack, and he was like, oh, this is awesome. I was like, damn,
Yes.
y'all really making me want to play as the robot right now?
Right.
I'm like, how
like,
dare
you're,
you?
like, hunting to make sure that you upgrade him. Because like once
Yeah,
you
you have to.
once you start getting him upgraded,
my
he
goodness,
is just
dude.
like he
Yeah.
is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
Ah, I want to
I
just
know.
get a turn off and play.
I know. I'm like, I
It's
got
like-
the screen up already. I'm like, yo,
I'm
Yeah,
on the
thinking about
YouTube, I'm
switching
in the
and play
menu.
mine too.
yeah, I'm at the menu. Like, we need to hurry up.
But yeah, so oh man, so far for me, like this game, just I'm only in midway through Act 2, and right now this is looking for like game of the year for me. Just the presentation,
yes.
like
Yeah.
all of it is so good, so good. It just grabs you and it don't let go of you, and it's so
Yeah.
so dope.
I
I mean,
feel that too. When the game works, I feel that.
When
When
the
it
game-
doesn't, I am so sad. I am like so
Yeah, the
disappointed. I'm
social thing, they need
down.
to get that together.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to step up.
Especially by the 9th. Like, it has to be ready by the 9th.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
this is a good precursor for them because
right,
it's going on the 9th. It's gonna be serious. You know.
right. Because if you wait until, like, everybody who has, like, went and put money out, like, not doing Game Pass, but, like, went and spent their $60, like, they are going to be hot if this shit is not working.
Yeah.
So I guess it's kind of cool, having Game Pass. It allows us to be like another alpha for them, or beta, or Charlie.
Girl, I got both.
Honestly, this is the best alpha I've been in. Think about that Anthem.
Oh my gosh.
This is the best alpha because
Talking about Anthem.
Oh, too
I
soon.
know because that thing had a 3 gig update last week. I just deleted off my Xbox. I was so mad.
Oh,
Wow. Wow.
Anyway, back to Gears. Something that actually works.
Yeah, and shout out to Mitchie Does a Lot. She said she got the Gears 5 Xbox One X console yesterday. She said it's pretty. So I got a quick question for you. Is one of you all gonna pick up the Gears limited edition console?
If it's,
The Xbox One X?
I'm looking on Black Friday. Maybe if the price is right.
Yeah, I want to see one in person. Like, 'cause I keep saying, like, I keep hearing that just seeing it in video and seeing it in pictures doesn't do the console itself justice. So I definitely I want to see it in person. If it's
because even the controller, you can like it's not just like painted on here. Like, the lines are etched into the controller. The cog in the middle is etched into the controller. Like, when you put your hand over, you can feel the bevels and everything. Like,
oh wow.
And then it has the grip on the back, and it has that locust symbol on the back of the battery. Like, it's not just painted on,
It's textured, as Mitchie said. That's
I'm definitely gonna get the controller, for sure, because I already have the ones from the last game. Actually, I have the ones that they had from before, from Gears 3. But yeah, I'm not gonna get the console, even though it looks really nice. I don't dig white consoles. I don't know why. I just never liked them. And I have this Gears 360 red right here in front of me. I have this Gears 4 red console.
Oh my god, that
S.
gorgeous console.
Yes, and they're both red. So I'm like, I love that. I love red and black consoles. Don't know why. I just do. And then the white console would just throw me off. So as nice as it looks, I'm not picking that up, but I'll get the controller for sure.
Yeah, I might pick up the controller just cause. I mean, oh man, I'm not gonna get the console. I already have I got the Scorpio Edition X. That's what I'm playing on. So it's like I don't need it. I want it. It's one of those things I want it, but I don't need it, and so I'm having to like battle with that. I even thought about, okay, maybe I trade in a Scorpio and then get the Gears one.
No.
But like, nah, I just that fades.
I'm gonna tell you something I want. I don't need that Gears Elite controller. I still can never get my hands on it, and the price just keeps going up and up and up.
About the
and
red one they had back in the day. The
Elite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always wanted that, but at the time I had to pick between the console and the collector's edition, and then that. So I was like, oh, I'll wait, because I already had an Elite, and I was just like, I'd rather get the console.
I have that controller.
I did the same thing, but got the Elite controller because I had the Scorpio Edition X. So I was like, I'm just gonna wait. So I have the controller.
Yeah, I have the Gears Elite controller, but I have it. I opened it, looked at it once, and then sealed it back.
Oh my god! See, that's the thing. I want that in my life. I don't need it, but I want it.
Yeah.
Because I have the collector's edition. I have the consoles. I have all the other stuff. And the Elite control somehow just escaped me, and now it's crazy prices online, like 1,000 and stuff like that.
For real?
Yeah.
I need to put that bad boy. No, I'm joking.
I should have got that when it came out. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I got it right when they announced it because I had a feeling that it would be one of those that sell out like that. Because, the way they print these things, the etching and stuff, that's expensive. So, I wasn't gonna. Plus, I had got the console. I was like, I need to get a nice controller to match it. And I thought I would use it, but when I looked at it, I'm like, I'm not touching this thing. And it's weird because the color of it doesn't really match the console per se. It's more of a maroon red, like a darker red.
True.
And it's dope though. It's nice.
And so if y'all don't want it no more, call me.
I got you.
Mine's broke, so I'm sure you don't want it.
Oh,
Oh,
poor little baby control. I'll take care of it for you.
Right. Yeah, so I keep telling my daughter it's her fault, but basically it got shut up in a drawer, so the right bumper don't work right.
oh
Oh
man,
no.
that sucks. Well, they got the Elite 2 coming in November, so yes.
Yeah, it looks
Right.
nice.
That's
Oh,
already
yeah.
pre-ordered.
Oh yeah, we got to try the E3 and just the feel of it. It's like I thought, like how are they gonna improve this thing? And it's so much better. Like the
I
Yeah,
know I'm
grips.
I'm
tired of
glad they
everybody
found
at Xbox talking about, oh, I'm already playing with it.
I
Like,
hate that. That
heck,
just
yo,
it's
shut
annoying.
the fuck
I gotta find somebody at work now. I'm like, who has the
up. Right.
Hit me up.
right? All right. So Gears kind of starts like the whole kickoff of fall gaming. Is there any other titles that you ladies are interested in outside of Gears? So like I know we have Borderlands 3 coming. You got Greedfall, Surge 2, games like that. What else is on your list?
I'm getting Call of Booty.
Greedfall.
Why you gotta call it Call of Booty though? Why you gotta do with me like that? You knew
The
you knew
reboot though.
you
That's
was-
a reboot, right?
That's a prequel. It's a prequel.
Right.
Prequel. It's a
It's a
prequel.
prequel.
Call of Poopy.
Call
Yeah.
of Booty. Call of Booty.
Call of Booty. Yeah, no, I'm getting it. I don't know, I like it. I mean, I played Modern Warfare, both of them, and I didn't mind those. The second one I didn't like as much, but I'm not the person that has been buying it over and over forever. And then lady got me to buy the last one, and I'm ready. I'm ready for the next one. I'll play that, and then what's the other one that's coming out?
Man, so much stuff.
Going by
coming out.
Ubisoft.
Talking about I just Ghost Recon.
Breakpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I might get that too. I'm trying to decide. They come out pretty close together.
I think didn't a lady? Did you somebody played the
I played it.
the demo? What'd you think?
Oh, it reminds me of a looter shooter. So it might be right up her alley, LBOOGIE's alley. It's like a utopian type of town, city, I guess, where it's hella rules and stuff, but it's the way of life type of thing. And something goes wrong, you figure it out. That is not on my fall gaming lineup. I'm telling you right now.
Which one?
The Breakpoint.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so
'Cause
you were kind of iffy on the demo.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay. I'm not giving them no minus points with the look, the graphically wise, because it was on my PC. So, and my PC's trash. So it didn't look. I hope it looks better on console. You know what I mean? Or high, performance PC. Because when I looked on my PC, I was like, nah, man, this can't be no 2019 game. No. I was like looking at this grass, and I'm looking at these rocks, and I'm looking at these trees, and I'm like, yo, it must be a problem with my PC, because they no way
The
it's supposed to look
Ubisoft.
like this.
Yeah, Ubisoft.
Yes. Yeah,
Wanted
so
something like that.
I'm not gonna take no negative points off that, but that's a looter shooter. They still don't know how to make character customizations pop, and I hope it's more when the game comes out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not a day one. That's a sale item for me.
And then I got Destiny Shadowkeep already.
I know you did.
And then
Yay!
I'll play Outer Worlds. I'm really interested in that.
Yeah,
I hear good things.
I'm
people that-
playing it. I'm playing Outer Worlds. I'm playing that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, people that are playing it in the back, behind the scenes or whatever, or trying it here and there. They're just like, wow, this is better than what I thought it was gonna be. It plays better than it showed, or something like that. So for people that already liked what they saw, supposedly it's
that-
even better.
Fallout kind of look and
Yeah.
feel to
Mhm.
it. So, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right
You
up my
might,
alley.
go ahead.
Oh no! I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, I was gonna say that my cousin was telling me a lot of the original guys who worked on Fallout are at Obsidian, so
Yay!
That's what's up. I look forward to it. I mean, like I said, my early impressions when I first saw it for the very first time wasn't. I didn't put it in high tier kind of thing, but it's definitely
Mhm.
something I'm looking forward to.
So I'm like, for me, I will be playing. I will be getting, Call of Duty because that's.
Surprises. What?
Oh, whoa. Don't say. Don't say.
It's finally going on crossplay, cross-plat, I think, and I need to represent for the Xbox people. They need to get these hands. PC can get these hands. PlayStation can get these hands. But my blood, sweat, and tears came through Xbox, so I can't wait to like play online, and just the crossplay aspect is really exciting for me because they had to do something like this in order for me to like really get into the game. So for be able to have an opportunity to play with people from other platforms, it's really great. It's this game from this independent studio called Night School. They did Oxenfree, which is a good game.
Oh yeah, great game.
They got this one called After Party that's about to come out. They did a little teaser tweet yesterday, talking about I hope you guys can handle your liquor because it's coming out soon. The game about to come out soon. Soon could be next week. Soon could be 2 weeks. Soon could be next month.
Right.
But I know by my birthday, which is in December, that game should be out, and that's going to be one of the games as well. Death Stranding, I got.
Of course, I knew he was gonna mention that one.
I gotta complete the I gotta complete the cycle. I have to.
I'm nervous about that title, but that's all I can
Peeing
say.
in the wind.
Yeah, I know. People be clowning me, man. They be clowning me on the internet.
I mean, I'm interested or whatever, but like the way they like hyping it up and you ain't seen shit, it's like annoying. Like why are you cheering because you can pee? Like, how old are you?
I really haven't seen really much. I'm not trying to let the social media get me to that game. I know that when I bought the PlayStation, I first saw Death Stranding, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's like some weird shit I might get into. That'll be a good incentive to get the PlayStation as well when getting The Last of Us. Having a more single player experience. Why not? I can't buck on what I said 2 years ago. I got to get the game day one buy. All nighter if I have to, but I'm gonna get it, and because people are like, "Oh, Kojima, Game of the Year," and they haven't played it yet, and if it's Jeff Keighley's Video Game Awards, it's gonna be Game of the Year. So, yeah.
Well, there it is.
But we all know that in order for you to have a good decision on what your Game of the Year is, you have to play those two. Now, Gears is a good contender. You know why? I haven't played it, but I have a lot of receptions from the game. I ain't really hear none. I ain't hear really anything bad about the game. Probably loading time.
And there's nothing to say.
It's like loading, but that's the internet issue. It was not like the game as a whole. Like through my comrades and my video game buddies and stuff like that, I ain't hear nothing from Gears, and that's a good point to be a Game of the Year contender. But for me, I gotta play both. So by the time Game Awards come out, I'm gonna be playing. I already played both, and I will know what Game of the Year is. The difference between Death Stranding and Gears is.
Oh, okay.
Who's singing? Oh, okay, never mind.
Nobody want to own up to it.
It was coming from CHAREECE. I was paying attention.
My husband is singing to me from the outside.
Oh, that's so
Oh,
sweet.
cute. Serenading
Oh
her.
yeah, I'll just stop it.
So, Gears is physical. You can actually play the game, and it's legit. Excitement from there versus Death Stranding right now, which is 2 months away. It's up to them to overhype. They're gonna overhype it already, but they gotta back up what they hyping because I'm gonna tell you, if I pay $60 day one buy on a game and it's trash, I don't care where it's coming from.
You better start hyping up that baby.
Man, I ain't hyping up nothing. They gonna get this $60 and they gonna give me an experience. Fair, even trade. Let me see. Outside Worlds or that
Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds. Why I keep saying the name wrong? It looked like Fallout in space. I'm down. And
You should just call it Fallout in Space.
Right.
That's a better name.
Obsidian, Obsidian got some great ass writers. I'm telling you. If y'all don't, you already know I'm a big fan of New Vegas. Those stories are so well written. For like a gamer as myself, I can understand where they coming from. I can't wait to touch it, and it's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
And I might do something scary, play some Blair Witch on Game Pass as well. So like half the games that I want to play for the fall is on Game Pass, which is great. So
Has anyone played Blair Witch though? Because it's already out.
Man, I ain't played it yet, man. I'm still getting
I
over
thought some people said that they finished it already.
Yeah, they say it's not that long of a game, but it's good. Like it's nice length, nice.
I heard mixed things, but it depends on the person, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm still dealing with these insect bugs from Devil May Cry and Resident Evil 4. I'm not ready yet for Blair Witch, but
I saw your stream where you was talking about the giant bug in the thing with the Resident Evil 4. Yeah, that's a hard pass. Nah, I pass.
You talking about the big bug that from the sewers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a. I couldn't. Nobody didn't even tell me what it was until Nah, fam. Nah, I'm good.
I don't like bugs. I don't like roaches. I don't want none of that in my games.
That thing had like 6 arms, a like messed up head, and then like just jumped out the water and like just grabbed her head and ate it off. Nah, fam, I'm good.
Oh no.
Nah, I'm like, nah, fam. I'm like, nah, cuz. Nah. I didn't even try it twice. But yeah, I want to try to play more like scarier games to get out of my comfort zone. But yeah, it's great. It's great. I'm about to be broke. I'm about to be broke by Black Friday.
Oh, we all gonna be broke.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
it's fall gaming. It's happening.
This is exactly. I'll quickly mention. I'm interested in Destiny, but I don't know if and when I'm gonna get that. I know that my brothers want me to get my Xbox character and go to the PlayStation and play with them, so I might do that.
Yeah, because I got the cross. That's right. Yeah, you could be able to.
Yeah, it's already out. So he's like, "Yo, when you gonna jump over here?" I'm like, "Dude, Gears." But like Gears is out though.
You're gonna have no more excuses after a while.
Yeah, true. Like once I finish that campaign, then maybe we could do some other things. Like I want to play Call of Duty, which is weird because I rarely say that these days.
I know, right? You like Call of Duty? I know you do, but you just
it's in my heart, you know. But sometimes they disappoint me, and I just gotta be like, nah, I'm good on this one. So I'm looking forward to this one. I seen the gameplay, I saw the event. Me and my homegirl, who used to play COD back in the day, are trying to get back into it. So yeah, I want to pick that up. Doom Eternal looks badass.
Wow.
As always. So why the hell not? Gonna kill some demons and stuff.
See, I haven't finished the first one, so it's gonna be hard for me to. I mean,
same thing with me. I played it halfway, but then I played a whole bunch of multiplayer with my friends because it was that fun. It's very different.
Yeah.
So I like that. I just love Doom in general because it's a badass game. And it looks great. And then the other game is Link's Awakening, which is weird for me to say.
I want to get that too.
Let's go.
I don't even have a
Star Wars
Switch.
comes out in November.
I don't even have a
Switch. You don't
Switch.
even have a Switch? How you gonna play?
But I want it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it somehow.
Wow.
But it looks that damn good though.
Yeah, it does. I'm definitely. That's pretty high on my list for the fall too. It's, The Link's Awakening. I'm ready to hear some more about Metroid when it comes to the Nintendo side of things, but yeah, I gotta wait on that apparently.
Anybody else?
Oh, you said Greedfall. You said Greedfall. What's
Greedfall?
RPG, right?
That's
RPG?
my besides Gears, that's my big thing. To me, this fall gaming hasn't been as popping for me as usually is, so I have scaled back a little bit. So Greedfall is probably be my main game after I beat Gears, and it looks so good. Like, have y'all seen the trailers for it? Any thing about it? It looks so pretty, and you could be anything, be anyone. The character customization looks nice, so much better than everybody else is doing right now. So we're not going to comment on that part. So that comes out next week also. So, but I'm not getting it next week, but it's gonna be for my birthday. But other than that, I might get Borderlands maybe for Black Friday. Basically what it is, I'm waiting for Black Friday and see what sales pop off this Christmas to pick up the majority of my fall gaming. Just to see.
Yeah, you know,
Trying to be
around that
trying
time,
to
there's gonna
get
be some
better
sales
adult
going
gear.
on too, so
Yeah.
it'd be good. All right, all right. So let's see what else we got here on our topic list.
I think we got some tidbits.
Some
Am I
tidbits,
correct?
yes. So, Cyberpunk 2077 announced it was gonna have a multiplayer, which I don't know how I feel about that because
Right?
I'm more of a single player kind of person. So, I mean, I think it's great for people who love multiplayer. Um, but at the same time, it's like CD Project Red hasn't really done multiplayer, so I'm a little bit nervous about it. How do you ladies feel about the Cyberpunk 2077 multiplayer
Oh,
Like, what are you even gonna do?
right.
That's what I couldn't figure out. What
Right.
is
man, I can
multiplayer?
imagine. Look. I'm in for it. Look, you gonna watch, bam. You gonna do bounties, bomb. You gonna get like you
So
gonna
you
own
think it's gonna be like
businesses.
Grand Theft Auto?
Maybe it has to be. It has to be.
What is it
You got-
co-op or is they just saying multiplayer competitive?
No,
against
no.
co-op?
No. I just multiplayer could be campaign co-op. It could be.
I hope not. Ooh.
Hey, that campaign co-op would be dope. What you talking about?
What you talking
I don't
about?
know. I don't know. Maybe because I don't know. When I see single player, something single player needs to be played single player, and to me, Cyberpunk needs to be just one person. For the campaign, multiplayer, go do something else together. But the single player needs to be single player. That is why I'm buying this game, not to play with my friends. As much as I love y'all, I am playing this game by myself.
I get it.
Well, I'm definitely gonna be interested in the multiplayer aspect of Cyberpunk 2077 because that world is so gorgeous. Why not share it with a friend? You know, I'm down with it. I'm down. I'm so down. I believe that CD Projekt Red has the resources to do the enough research to hopefully execute a multiplayer world that will match the greatness of their single player experiences. That's all I want. You gotta match because they've been doing great with single player, and especially with the DLC. So if they're gonna try to tread the multiplayer waters, I hope that they can match in the same caliber that it is with their single player. Like if I'm eating filet mignon in the single player, I don't want to be eating no chicken wings in the multiplayer. You feel me? Something like that. That's how I feel.
I wonder if it'll come out after, like how they did with what's the name? Red Dead.
Wow. I mean, I wouldn't. They probably will do that because I mean, think about it, the single player is practically done. Like if they pretty much wrap that up, then I mean, it already has a release date, and that typically means that you're in the last stretch of production, right? So it's probably like they're gonna. That's what I can imagine them doing, especially with the way the world works now. You can patch and push stuff out later, so definitely do release the single player in all its glory, and then put in the multiplayer later. That makes sense to me. So.
What about you, Lady Foxfire?
I just hope it's not like a Red Dead situation where it's like tacked on, it's trash. But like, I mean, people don't talk about it because the rest of the game is amazing or whatnot. You know? I don't know. I don't see them doing anything innovative. I just think that the main thing that's gonna stand out is the story, the campaign, the characters, and stuff like that.
Well,
The
maybe I guess they
RPG
could
stuff.
focus on like the abilities that you can do in a game like that. With the hacking and all that stuff.
I just hope it's not bad and obviously tacked on. That's all. But I mean, if it works, if people like it, then that's nice. I still want to see more about the game in general because I don't really play RPG games, but I still waiting for that one game to like draw me in, to get me into something like that.
Did you ever play the Fable series at all?
Let me see. 2, I think I tried 2, but for the most part, I watched my brothers play 1 and 2 completely. But I couldn't get into it. Like same thing with Mass Effect. I've watched and tried, but I couldn't get into it. It's just yeah. I know I enjoy them. This is the thing about RPG games. I love watching people like stream them. So for that fact, thank you to the streamers. But like for me, I don't know why I lose interest, or sometimes I get overwhelmed when there's like so many things going on.
Yeah. That's interesting. On this panel, we got like two extremes. We got the RPG person and CHAREECE, like all RPG all the time, and then we have the not so much RPG person. That's pretty
Nah,
interesting.
yeah, shooters and fighters and all the other stuff, but not RPG, not MMO. I think she likes MMOs as well, right?
Yeah, I think so. CHAREECE,
Yes.
do you like MMOs?
I do. I like anything with a deep story, or if I get to throw a fireball at them.
Nice.
Got you.
That's just for me. That just sounds like D&D, like Dungeons and Dragons. You're describing it.
That's kind of where it started, because when I was believe it or not, nobody in my hometown plays Dungeons and Dragons, so I could never find anybody to play with. So I found video games where I could be a mage or an elf or
There you
archer
go.
or whatever.
Yep,
And
this makes
so
sense.
that's where I gravitated to, and so that's why I still continue to play the games, even though I had like a whole bunch of Magic the Gathering cards, couldn't find anybody to play with. It was so sad.
It was interesting. That's so ironic because like my husband recently bought me a Magic the Gathering deck 60 card starter pack, and I keep looking at the box but not touching the cards. Like I can't bring myself to play with them. It's just
I have three. I have three decks. I have the blue. No, I have green, red, and black.
and he tells me, he's like, let me know when you're ready for me to teach you how to play, and I just can't. I'm like, man, I don't got time for this. Let me just turn on my video game. Like I don't feel like sitting there laying out the cards and then reading like, what you got, what I got. Okay, let's throw this fake fireball. Like I can't bring my mind to.
Yeah, I don't think
shit.
I want to learn how to play Dungeons and Dragons now, like the pen and paper kind, but I don't know if I have the patience to sit there and do it.
Right, like it's just I can't.
You gotta have somebody to make up a story too.
Yeah, you gotta have a good group. Because that's what
That's
my
just
brothers
it.
do.
Man, I guess. And
I really don't understand how no nerds there are in this community. Like
Yeah.
for real.
And this was
Oh,
interesting.
yeah.
I think it's I think it's just because it's my husband. Like if it was somebody else, maybe I'd be more willing to like, okay, yeah, let me try it. It's just like it's because it's him, and so that sounds sad.
She's like, it's him. Nah, I don't want it.
I don't know. Because I feel like it's
But
gonna
yeah.
turn into like you like I don't know. I ain't gonna go into that. That's a whole other personal thing. Anyway, moving right along.
You do you, girl.
Right. So we all know. I mean, it's a tidbit, and we briefly talked about Xbox Live being down for 3 hours last night. And so what I want
Prime
time on Gears Day, 2K Day.
Mm.
And the thing I want to touch on with this is the whole digital distribution and like how it affects the state of the ability to be able to play our games, basically. Because my husband and I, he was like, yo, this is the only problem with having digital distribution is that if something goes down, like you really can't enjoy your games. And I just wanted to get you ladies' perspective on this, and like, what did you do within that time frame? Did you just try to?
Man, it was just all bad. It was all bad for me gaming last night. I had, I get paid. I pay my bills. I got my little drink. I got my little schedule. What I'm gonna stream tonight.
Friday night.
The popping night. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, okay, Xbox Live online is not working. Okay, I can play my game offline. It was like, you can't sign in, and I'm like, but most of my games are there. And most of them are, and it wasn't even the fact that it was a digital or physical last night, but you can tell it could be an issue in the future, because if you got a gang, if you got like maybe I want to say like maybe a quarter or 500,000 people trying to log in to play a Gears 5 or 2K20, and you don't have the right system to support the people, this happens. And I'm sorry, I was hot. I was so hot. I hope that we all learn from this, and it's not digital. It could be good, it has its drawbacks, but I just see digital being more to the future, and for it to be a better future, we gotta like combat situations like this, because you got people that pay money, cash money every month for these services, and I'll be damn if I pay $100 and some a year. I want to play on a Friday night. You know what I'm saying? For me not to play on a Friday night, and if it was my only console, if it was my only gaming outlet, people were salty, and they just. I hope they can figure it out all the way around.
Yeah, and like I think even like a hashtag was going on Twitter surrounding and stuff. People were looking for updates and things like that. So it was interesting for me because like I'm always of the ilk. I'm very old school minded when I think about things like this because it's like I remember a time when you didn't have to worry about the internet to even enjoy your games, you know. So I'm like, I feel like every game should, even though it's you know, internet capable, online only kind of deal, it should always have an offline type experience, whether it's a small little game you play or something like that. It should have some sort of offline experience that gamers can enjoy in case something like this happens, because I mean, as you can see, it does happen, and that's on any side of the equation, regardless of like platform or platform holder or leader, etc. So
my biggest thing was like I was with CHAREECE at first, and then I had to leave to go get food, and I was still able to play. It was funny, like my dad tried to log on, he couldn't log on. Augie tried to log on, she couldn't log on, but I was playing, so I was like, oh, sucks for y'all. I turned,
Savage.
right, and then I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do. I'm gonna keep playing my shit though. But I left, so I turned my console off, and as soon as I left, I was like, damn, I probably shouldn't have turned that off. And as soon as I came back home, of course, I couldn't log back in.
wow. So you said once you were in, you were good, but then as soon as
Right. Right. So as soon as I turned it off, it was like, nope, now you can't log in. But what was upsetting to me is like, okay, I got my dinner. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna eat my dinner, and hopefully it'll come back on. Let me watch some TV. Oh, you can't watch nothing because it's behind the paywall, so you can't watch shit either. So you just can't even use this damn box.
Yeah, like we had to
So
go
that's
through the
what pissed
TV.
me off.
We had to go
Right.
through the TV in order to like check out other services like Hulu, Netflix.
Right. So, you know, I've heard like, who is it? Clowns and Assassin. They're big proponents of like, you know, those types of things shouldn't be behind the paywall. And I understand now, because it's like, okay, well, when we're down, you know, we can't even access Hulu, MTV, anything. Like, you can't watch anything.
Yeah, because it
And,
still uses their servers. It goes through them
Right.
to work. Yeah.
Right. And then it's like, okay, so if I called the cable company, I'm like, yo, TV was out for a day, I'm gonna need you to reimburse me. They would. Now, is Xbox gonna do the same thing?
Not for like an hour or two. Nope. No, they won't. If they do, they'll do it if it's like a day or more, or a week for sure. But not like an hour or two. No, they won't do that.
But it really wasn't like 2 hours. It was like 4 or 5 hours.
Yo, it was prime time Friday night.
Yeah,
7 to what, 9, 10 o'clock last night,
Right.
my time.
Yeah, they really messed up on that one.
And then, you know, people who don't like Xbox to begin with had something to talk about last night too. So I was like, damn.
Right.
So I'm sorry, I love Xbox.
That's a whole other conversation though.
Yeah, you gotta hold this L though. You gotta hold the L. I love Xbox to the death. They're gonna have to hold this L last night. They're gonna have to hold that L proud. And I hope they can. They just have to hold it.
The sad part is that they just come out of the woodwork just for that. And I'm like, really? Y'all
Right.
ain't playing PlayStation right now, or y'all ain't on PC right now? Come on.
That's how you know they have no life.
You know,
I don't like when they do that.
I ain't had no life last night because I was like, man, what I got on? Cause that's my game and that's my game night, you know. It's like, what bothered me about yesterday was Xbox consumers don't usually get this.
Yeah, we don't.
That we're down for a few hours.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, the day Gears comes out and the day 2K20 comes out, it's just want to fuck up that day. You couldn't fuck up yesterday. You couldn't fuck up today, but that day is just lightweight sus to me. But I might be thinking about it too hard.
Yeah, I stuff like this that happens sucks. I mean, the technology isn't perfect. Servers are not all gonna be working 24/7, running nice and cool all the time. That sucks, but eventually, hopefully, it gets better.
Yeah,
The thing that I say is when new games like this, a giant,
Right.
game like Gears comes out, right? Same thing with Halo or any other titles in the future. You guys should be ready. You guys should be ready to flip that switch to turn on them extra, server sides or anything like that. For Gears itself or for Microsoft as well, especially on a Friday night when games are launching and stuff like that. So I feel like they should really be ready to accommodate, to fix, to be like, okay, yeah, sorry, like maybe that did happen for a couple minutes or maybe an hour. It's fine now. We fixed it. You're good. Go ahead. So yeah, stuff like that. Like I hate when that happens with EA. I hate when that happens with like just any games where it's like it's so overwhelmed, but they should have accounted for that first night. Especially if the game's on Game Pass. Same like that. It really bugged me with Gears on Thursday. Just the fact that Gears is having issues, not Xbox Live, just Gears. And I was like, really? Come on, you guys should have been ready. And they're like tweeting about how they're gonna have servers up real soon. And I'm like, you should have known about this. So yeah, the fact that it happened with Microsoft and with Xbox Live as well, it's just like, it sucks to see that everybody on Twitter is disappointed they can't play their games. I was out and about, but if I was home, I would have been mad about it because I wanted to play Gears.
So does this make you worry about services like Stadia, xCloud, things like that?
Yep. It makes you not necessarily like be like, oh, I'm mad, I don't wanna because I know that that's gonna happen. No, it's more like maybe I will highly rely on that for my gaming. Ultimately, that's just something that I want to try on the side.
As an additive, not so much a replacement.
Exactly, because you can't rely on other services, on these companies, on servers, on like other factors. You can't rely on all that stuff heavily. Yeah. Same thing with one system. If you have one system and that system is having issues, it's nice to have a backup. You can have your PlayStation instead for Netflix and Hulu or other games. You could have your Switch, you could have PC, So it's good to have these other extra things. Instead of just like one console, which understandably so, not everybody can afford multiple platforms though.
Yep. That's right. So now I know we have some questions in there. Lady, Infamous, you want to get the...
I got a couple.
You got a couple, okay.
Okay, one is from Sir X Man. Question: none of you ladies are going to play Borderlands next week? Nah, fam, I can't. It's not that I don't want to. It's just that my bank account, what it's looking like right now is that I got a convention in 18 days, so I can't. Them $60 could be what, 2 Uber rides. It could be lunch. It could be something that I need for the convention. So when I'm on convention mode, I can't spend as much games as I want to play, and I want to get After Party, and it's coming out soon, but I can't get it. I just not right now. Probably October. Like I said, I'm gonna be broke by winter because all the games that I want to get right now, I ain't gonna be able to get it till after TwitchCon, and then I will be like, ready to play some games. But it's in my radar. It's in my radar.
What about you, ladies? No Borderlands?
Nah, I could never get into it. I tried the first one because everybody was hyping it up in the 360 days. And a lot of them I used to play COD with. And then I tried it myself and I just couldn't fall in love with it. I was like, it's okay. It's interesting. And then eventually when Destiny came out and I tried that, I was like, oh, this is awesome. So now I don't see myself jumping to Borderlands when... If I wanted to, I could just go play Destiny because I know for a fact I like that one.
Yeah.
And they're having some new content real soon. So
Borderlands started it all, though. Borderlands started the
True. Mad respect to them. Mad respect. Yeah. But I can't get into it. I just rather play Destiny. I can't do it. But yeah, I mean, I hope whoever gets the game likes it, but it ain't for me.
I don't know. I'm gonna probably give it a couple weeks until I get the feel on it. I'm pretty sure once you all start getting it and playing it, I'll get a little jelly and have to pick it up too. That's typically how it goes. Um, but with all you all saying no, I have to see because I think that's one my husband was really into. He really huge fan of the Borderlands series. He played like all of them and even played the Telltale Borderlands game. So I know it's probably one that I'm just gonna probably end up with by default, simply because we game share and he likes the game. So maybe I'll check it
I
out.
like that Telltale for sure. That's the best Borderlands I tried. That thing was hilarious.
All right, any more questions?
Are anyone saving up for next gen's consoles already? Maybe. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think my Xbox can last another year. And I keep saying that.
You still got the fat baby, huh? So yeah.
Fat Baby Saga 2019. I'm telling you. I'm waiting till my Xbox is completely out to go get another one, and I don't think within the time frame that I have I'm gonna be able to like have a big old gap and then get the next gen. I can't wait till fall 2020 if my shit craps out in January. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. So I want to low key like get a console. So just in case it craps out on me, it's in a closet. I can just bam, bam, bam. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm looking at that Gears, and I'm looking at that Fortnite purple Xbox.
Yeah,
so
the S. I think the Fortnite purple is an S, right?
That's just an S.
Yeah, it's an S. It's
Yeah,
pretty
but
though.
it looks
Very pretty.
like-
It looks nice.
Yeah, but that was like a misstep.
You think it should have been an X, huh?
Hell yeah.
It should have not been Fortnite. I think it should have just been a purple
It
console.
should have been purple.
Yeah,
No
that's it.
Fortnite needed.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm saying that'll be one of my goals. Is to get a new console. It'll be an Xbox first. And you know, some people be like, well, you know what? You can use that money and put something on your PC. I was like, yeah, but I play consoles first.
First.
So that means I gotta
like
take
that.
care of my consoles before I take care of this PC.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
yeah, I will be.
I agree, but Gears does make me want to go out and get a new monitor. Like, because I have two 1080p monitors that I use when I'm streaming and stuff. But, like, I was playing Gears on the 1080p monitor, and I was like, yo, I got to play on my big screen TV.
It still looks good, though.
Yeah,
It still looks good, but when I booted it up on my Samsung,
that 4K.
yes, 4K,
That was awesome.
HD,
Yeah.
I was like, yo.
I almost about to pop out your
so
face.
good.
Like, oh my
It
god.
was so good. It's like,
You started
badass,
tearing up.
right? It's so beautiful.
The lighting in that game, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
it's just amazing.
Just the lighting alone, like I love how like
Their
we were in this
suits?
dark area
Oh
and their
my
suits are like lit up like all around their face and everything. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah.
It's amaze balls.
All right, any more questions? Let's see what else we got up here.
I don't think we.
Yeah,
got
we got two more just popped up.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Mitchie dies a lot. The first one always here repping look like the
I know.
Packers.
Thank you, Mitchie. Yeah,
I know
don't
your team won like Thursday. Your team won Thursday. Thanks for coming through. What do you ladies think about the Gears 5 metric reviews and the score guide?
I don't know. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone got one.
And they all shitty.
Oh,
Thanks, Charisse, for the help.
You're welcome, boo.
Y'all tag team that perfectly.
Okay.
I'm
Like one
try
of them
to
was like one review said
It's
the
too much like
graphics
Gears.
look amazing, but aside from that, they didn't do much to the game. Like, are you kidding me?
What?
Like, just
You can tell they didn't
Horde
play it.
and
Couldn't have played
Escape
it.
alone in the regular multiplayer, that's a lot. You're getting a lot in a game, and you're getting a full campaign, and it looks gorgeous. Like, what do you want? I don't get it. Like, that's
I
why
think it's some things
Y'all,
are
this is an
clickbait though. Come
Xbox
on,
game.
y'all.
They are not gonna give it any kind of good
they don't
score.
get no play.
If this was on PlayStation, we wouldn't even be
Here
having
goes
this
Charisse with the
conversation.
tinfoil hat. There she go with
Hey,
it.
hey,
I
on
agree with you.
full
If it was
effect.
a
I am
PlayStation
sorry.
game right now,
I'm just,
Y'all wildin'.
it would be 93.
Yo,
It would
wow.
be 93,
it'll
probably
be
99.
everybody
or
be talking
shit.
about game of the year straight off
Here
the
they
rip.
go.
They'd be like, "Oh, this is it right here. Came in and top this. Oh, Gears this. Nah, fam.
Charisse Charisse diehard Xbox fan girl. There she goes.
Ride or
y'all just
die.
don't know it.
Look at ride
me
and
off.
die.
They're pissing me off, man.
It's true though.
How you pissing yourself off? How you pissing yourself off?
And all these people who talking ain't even played the game. That's what gets me.
Okay, it be like that all the time though. It ain't new. That ain't new. It's always gonna be somebody talking about the game who ain't even gonna touch the game. You know what I mean?
No, so we're talking specifically about the reviews. So I know there were 3 reviews that kind of curved the entire score.
Yeah.
And so those 3 reviews are from some sites. I never even been to these sites.
Right.
And
Like,
they said Gears is more Gears. It's like, what do you expect it to be? Like Forza? Like, I don't understand that comment.
You was hoping we hopped in the car and did a race? Like,
They were like, wait, why isn't this a fighter? No, Gears is Gears. What you mean?
Right?
It's not
Like,
the same though.
Hand me the gloves and we start boxing. Like,
it's like, okay, do you expect Tomb Raider to be different than Tomb Raider? Do you expect Uncharted to be different than Uncharted? Do you expect Mario to be different than Mario? Every game has a set formula. So if Gears is more Gears, then it's just Gears. Like, come on, let's be real.
Gears is more Gears. That's good for the Gears fans, but this one is definitely different so far than the rest.
It's so different.
When they open it up, when they change a lot of the characters, the leading characters, when they have a lot of deep storyline more than before,
they
like
changed
that,
the
that
gameplay
says a lot.
They changed the gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They added extra modes. I'm like, they went to the drawing board, took out the parts that worked well, took out the parts that didn't, tweaked all that shit, tweaked the stuff that worked well, put it back together, and it still is good. It's a good game, point and simple.
And the story
and y'all don't even want to give it that
right
credit that it deserves, and it low key pisses me off. It just,
look, that Metacritic score put Gears into a good contending spot for Game of the Year, so that's cool with them. You know what I'm saying? I don't really. It's good. It's green. It's not diabetic like people say it is. So, so it's good. What?
We'll get Game of the Year on Jeff Keighley.
But
it ain't gonna get that. It ain't gonna get that.
It ain't gonna get that. I just like, what was the funniest part about the Metacritic score for Gears? It was these 2 individuals that bet on that score, right? $120. One betted that it would be 90 and yo, I don't know. It ain't that serious, fam. One person won, one person lost, and that dude that lost was hot.
I bet. It's how you lose money, like.
Oh man, so y'all out here betting Metacritic scores and stuff like that. It ain't
that's
that
doing
serious.
the most. I'm sorry, because that's like Boogie said, like y'all said, opinion. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody has an opinion. I just hate that, because it's media outlets sometimes, like they do it. You don't know what the incentive for them writing a certain type of review. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You don't know whose good side they're trying to get on.
Like you don't know who's good side. You don't know if it's a click thing. You don't know if they're trying to get more impressions on their site. Like you just don't know what people's agendas are, and this the way it works. Because everybody is trying to whether it's a clout chasing type deal, or you just don't know. So it's like, who do you trust in this?
And we just in a day of like negative sales. I mean, that's why we got all these damn YouTubers doing the shit that they're doing, because it's like
burning themselves, eating Tide Pods, just doing crazy stuff just for clicks.
So,
I listen to y'all for review on a game before I listen to anybody else.
Right.
Big facts.
It's certain people I have followed on Twitter that I'll listen to. Lady on Fox Fire is one. When she suggests a game, I'm gonna pay more attention to it if she's playing it. But anybody else, I ain't got time for it, because again, like a lot of them say, you don't know who they're trying to promote, who line in their pockets basically.
Yeah, because like I said, I didn't know those outlets. I didn't know any of those outlets that curved the score like that. I mean, I
know. I was like, who is this?
Yeah, it's like, how did they get a copy? Like, how did they even?
How you get in the barbecue?
Like, right.
They got to on
who let you back here?
Yeah, and that's the thing. They made people click on their site just because of that. So it's kind of it's just shady.
It's a win-win for them.
Shady.
It's a win-win for them. because
Yeah.
the game's new and things like that. So
But the thing I would say is, at the end of the day, no matter who you want to listen to, or you just talking to your friends about it and listening to different opinions, always try the game for yourself. Be your own reviewer. Try the game for yourself,
Yeah.
especially if it's on Game Pass. Because
yeah,
$2. I'm telling you, that's amazing. Or if it's on another service or whatever, maybe try to get a demo or a beta or anything like that. Always try the game for yourself at the end of the day. But, I understand not everybody could do that. When it comes to the score, I don't mind the score. I don't think it's a bad score at all.
Yeah.
It's not something that I pay attention to. But the thing is that, yeah, maybe sometimes when the score is really high and it's getting a lot of press, then yeah, I'll actually point it out as well and be like, awesome, look at the Metacritic. But that's because I'm happy that they're doing so well. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna be mad if it's low. I'm not gonna, it's not gonna affect my daily life. I'm still gonna keep playing the game if I like it, if it has a 60 or 70. If I enjoy it, I enjoy it.
Right.
That's it.
Right. Yeah, some of my favorite games have low scores like that. It doesn't bother me one bit because I like what I like,
Mm-hmm.
And I think everybody should do that. I mean, I think we put too much stake in Metacritic, and I hate that some publishers even force developers to try to hit a certain Metacritic, and they get a bonus if they hit it, and I think that's wrong because it's opinions. You don't know, and art itself is subjective. Like you don't know.
Oh yeah, there's so many factors.
Right, because
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like pixelated games, side scrollers and stuff like that. But that doesn't mean I don't like Ori. Ori's gorgeous and it's still a side scroller. I'm not with the old. I feel like I'm past that era. I don't want to go back. So that's my bias. And that game, and it could be a great game like Dead Cells, very pixelated game, but it's amazing side scroller game.
I love that game, but it's so hard.
Mm-hmm. But again, like the graphic style, I can't get with it. I feel like I said, we're past
because
it.
there's so many, like you said, the style of the game, the genre, the graphics, like if it has multiplayer, if you just want to play the story, it's so many things that go into it. And some people that are reviewing games, maybe they don't even like cover shooters,
right? Or they
so
don't like Gears.
There you go.
Yeah, it's like I remember that happening back in the day. It was I think it was one of the media outlets. I think it was like Giant Bomb or something like that, and they were I think reviewing Quantum Break, and he was like, I don't like third-person shooters. But I was like, why are you reviewing the game? Like, I don't.
For real. I'm like, but you're the wrong one though. Next.
Right, exactly.
I'm not gonna listen to your opinions, sir.
Yeah.
It's somebody that likes third person, even if they don't like this game. At least I understand. Like, okay, well, at least they've tried and they like other third person shooters, so that helps in some way. But yeah, I don't ultimately put all my weight and attention to reviewers and what they think, feel, or all that.
Yep. But like Boogie said, negativity sells, and that's just super unfortunate. All right, and we got one more question there. I think it's
Sir X-Man, who's looking forward to finding a I guess he was trying to say play Final Fantasy Star Online too.
To me? I mean, I played it back in the 360, so I'm definitely. I know Charisse and I probably jump on that heavy.
Yes.
Huh?
All day, baby.
Huh?
Yes. Just like, huh? What's that? Fantasy Star Online 2. It was announced during E3 at the Microsoft press conference, a media briefing, however you want to call it. It's a MMO type game made by Sega.
Yes.
And
I get to throw a fireball at people. Hey.
So
Hey,
that's
I already got my character picked out. I'm gonna be my first one is gonna be a healer. She's gonna save the world, and then my second one is gonna fuck shit up.
Yeah, she already got it planned out. Nice.
She gonna play it like 14 times and be like, yeah, I had to try a different class, and then
Honestly, you do.
Yeah.
Like, how many times have you played what's that game you like, begin with a D, Dragon Age? How many times have you played Dragon Age?
Dragon Age Origins, my favorite game for part of the 360 area. I play that game with every sex, so male and female, and with every character, so I can see how each story started. And then I also romanced different characters throughout the entire series. So I have at least, I want to say maybe 10 playthroughs, maybe more than that.
Dedication.
Oh, and I also had to say I would be a female magic elf. Next time I would be a male magic, but I'd be an archer, and then I romance somebody different. Because even if you're still a
Damn.
female, you can still romance other females. So I had to play it all. I had to see everything. Like, oh, I murdered that game. Oh, and then they did the
And see, you know
DLC.
what? She
Oh
do
my
all that.
god.
Skip that, fam. I watch on YouTube. Like, let me find this one.
She did all the combinations herself. Nice.
I'm like, scratch that.
Yes.
I got too much. I got some other stuff I gotta do.
I told y'all I ain't got no life. I think I'd be joking.
All right, so I think that wraps up our show. We're gonna go ahead and jump into outros. I don't see any more questions, so I guess I'll start with LBOOGIE. Go ahead. Outro.
All right, you guys, thanks for coming through. Appreciate everybody who came by. Make sure you guys hit that like button. And you guys can catch me on Twitter, LBOOGIE0208, and on Mixer, same LBOOGIE0208. And yeah, love everybody. Have a good weekend. Get on Gears. You see me playing, hit me up.
All right, CHAREECE.
Yeah, it's your girl CHAREECE here. You can find me on Mixer at CHAREECE. I'm usually streaming in the morning times. But my schedule is changing. On Fridays, I do stream in the afternoon. Wednesdays, I stream in the afternoon. So yeah, you can find me on there. Always on Twitter, lurking, checking out folks, laughing. And I hope everybody has a good weekend. And thank you for hanging with us.
Yeah, sure, and I'm DELILAH HD. You can catch me on Twitter, DELILAH_HD. Thank you for rocking out with us. We do appreciate each and every one of you. And go ahead, lady.
Hey, you know me as love. You know what I do when I do it all the time is be lady_infamous415 on Twitch. You always gonna see me on Twitter. If you're not following me, lady_infamous30. We gonna get some grown like adult chores done, and we're gonna play some Devil May Cry, and we're gonna play some Gears tonight. So hopefully that is the plan.
Gears
I hope
5?
you like it.
Yes,
Gears
ma'am.
5?
Maybe.
Girl.
I do need to get into the multiplayer though.
And last but not least, our guest for the day, which is Lady FOX FIRex. Go ahead and give your outro.
Oh my god, thank you so much for having me on the podcast. I love talking about Gears with you guys. I have a big smile on my face. It's really, really great. Just chatting with you all again about everything. But yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter, on YouTube, on Mixer. I'll probably play Gears multiplayer on there. On Twitch, I'll play the campaign on there.
Word.
This is Lady FOX FIRe altogether. But yeah, I had fun, and I can't wait to get back into the Gears multiplayer right after this.
All right, y'all. And thank you, everybody, and peace.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.